asonimu eba se wo yira kwan so akire ne kwampa no bi asem ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma bo ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko ensu na yirasio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman wokwana ni kosi na fo wa yuku ni chechere ne ma obi anani koso ni ja obrechi ni kukodu fo eja wo mu anku ni maba aguna na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french mu obi na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira cheche wokwani ne bani na sene ni ba ejo no bi no anta bi eja wo mu anami di asam asa shirina no mpana wa asam eja wo mu asono di aba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yeni zawoso eni je ni adrewo afe woni e bi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwan so akire ne kwampa no bi asam ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma oba ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko ensu na yirasio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman wokwana ni kosi na fo wa yuku ni chechere ne ma obi anani koso ni ja obrechi ni kukodu fo eja wo mu anku ni maba aguna na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french mu obi na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira cheche wokwana ne bani na sene ni ba ejo no bi no anta bi eja wo mu anami di asam asa shirina no mpana wa asam eja wo mu asono di aba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yeni zawoso eni je ni adrewo afe woni e bi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwan so akire ne kwampa no bi asam ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma oba ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko ensu na yirasio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman wokwana ni kosi na furo
manopay na oye obi a oye businessman oye group oye association oye union bajo utie mi a Bayport Savings and Loans fixed deposit investment here womo ye no e down so pa ene ya ye kasa ise ukita eye 5,000 Ghana cedis and above e ade se womo ebeje osika no e dia to ho bosome miensa bosome nsia anase afe baako na afe womo ne onyina di nkomo we interest ese ba osika no so de womo ne onyina anebeye calculation no anopay fixed deposit mpacho koma memra bia no ene ho no mo ene odi osika ekoshe eye Bayport Savings and Loans fixed deposit no emu you are rest assured say a breson se wosanso ehia osika or returns together with interest and your principal ni nyina no Bayport Savings and Loans adaromenti onsa ebeka wade na ye wobehia nyina no eye o Ghana card emfa ho se on banke with your Bayport Savings and Loans oba womo ebebe account no e dia ma fixed deposit no na watumi e di osika no ade atum pacho mmeku ahodo bebre na no enam sa kwanya so eye investment with Bayport Savings and Loans enti utie ma no pay ya akwanya no enie se wonso obetumi e de ho ahyem na Bayport fixed deposit wotumi enya so emfaso ye pa ebeboa ama wonso watimi ade ho financially anopay borrow Bayport Savings and Loans branch biemu across the country na woni wo mo eni enkomo se won kran ha obeko eye kokomlemle ATTC school no enche ho ape eho ana obehu eye wo mo office no na afe woni manager edi enkomo anopay wo mo bejo so na afe nhihye bi eho bia no wo mo timi ahwe aboa wo ye pa Bayport the whole na wo mo de wo mo edemufo anopay from wo mo on 0245153283 0245153283 and after 0263007922 0263007922 na on the Bayport Savings and Loans for any enkomo anopay na womo ebeje wo so pa pacho fixed deposit eye eboa ama osika no etimi enyi edemaw enu nti fa ho hyemu bi na wonso obenya adansedie sonko na anɔpɛ yi a yɛdi nkɔmmɔ yi NAC Scientific Herbal Clinic and Research Center for Adaroma mpakyɛw ɛba no scans ahodoɔ a yɛnyɛ ɛmfa wo nipadua ho na yɛnhwɛ problems anaa challenges a abɛtena wo nipadua so deɛ NAC Scientific for ɛyɛ number 1 paa na ɛba no ultra modern scans ultrasound scans ahodoɔ no nyinaa na mpakyɛw wɔn ɛwɔ equipment a ɛyɛ modernized paa a ebetimi aye detailed aye investigation within your body system na etimi aboa yare bi a esie wo nipadua mu bia no ebeyi no apie na afi wo motimi ama wo no e the account said e be ya ebetu ase krakra e the amount na ene yeka aye electrocardiogram scan no a aye scan a yetwa e de fa yakoma ho na afi ya hwese akoma no eye adwuma pepepe said yesese esiye no ana problem bi e wo ho no ma NAC Scientific Herbal Clinic for Adaroma bacho wombetu ni nyina no ase e the amount enti ECG scan no ana opese wo ya bacho bra NAC Scientific for asoye wo mo bejo so na wo mo ahwe aboa afi wa wo won kasei mo hawo bacho wo kasei ne duru bia na emonyo afi woti wa ya woti se waposo nyina no eye wo ya weather no eye a bit cold or drier ayana o face a lot of difficulties and now say what she say ama okase no emuabu wenya fracture wenya dislocation ni nyina no NAC Scientific for Adaroma bacho womo ebesiesie nkase ni nyina kama e the amount afi say wakwa have affair na wakwa te STIs syphilis gonorrhea ene ninuamo eka ho ayenya ewo endamu ni nyina de a anope di obe nyina no ene say on the NAC Scientific for ebedi enkobo na womo ebeje wo so pa eba no eye menstrual disorders typhoid fever infertility in men and women ni nyina no NAC Scientific for Adaroma womo ewo enra womo de betu ni nyina no ase ede amount anope mpacho ko na oni womo eni nkomo se o won kra no ma branches near me no Spinters Road ube hu womo ewo Rainbow IT and Electronics womo dan no echi hwa Taifa ube hu womo ewo adjacent Fairview Guest House na Kumase womo ewo Ahema Kokobin anope oni womo eni nkomo na womo ebeje wo super for womo on 0244 120269 0244 120269 na anope woni NAC Scientific for any enkomo. It's 7:45 and this is Kessben 92.9 on radio and then on your digital TV you're watching us live on Kessben Plus TV as well. NT anope ma yena wase but Endra the Operation Recover All Loot Committee President Mahama Etiye, headed by Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, handed over their report to the president, and then the president afterwards equally handed the document together with the full details of the report, back to the Attorney General and then his office. Enti anope enoho enkomo Mamima Ura Vitus Azim, a very good morning. He is an anti-corruption campaigner. Na anope meneno eni enkomo. Mr. Azim, if you can hear me, good morning and thanks for your time. Hello, Mr. Azim.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for your time, and we are grateful you could join us this morning.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Very well. So first off, I mean, as a country, President Mahama took such an initiative to put up a committee and then as well to allow the committee receive complaints from the public of corruption-related matters. Now, finally, the committee has submitted its findings and report to the Office of the President. Subsequently, has been transferred to the Office of the Attorney General. How do we move forward from here?
Well, these are just complaints or allegations. It is not enough. The Attorney General cannot take action on most of them without going forward to conduct in-depth investigations into these matters. And the Attorney General cannot handle everything. So he may have to go through them and decide which case should go to the OSP, which case should go to Yoko, and which case should go to the police or to SHAG, before then deciding on whether to prosecute anybody or not. Because we're a democracy, and you cannot say that, we've got this information about you, this is what is happening. But I also expect that if you are affected, you have been already investigated by order, and you admit that you've done something wrong, you've taken money illegally, and you have the money on you, you should just come forward and give the money back to them. Better than being dragged through an investigation and possibly caught for prosecution. When you do that, maybe plea bargain, you might be able to reduce whatever punishment you will get. Okay. Because if this money doesn't belong to you, if this land was for the state, and you bought it at a ridiculously low price, what do you lose if you return the house or the land to the states and take back your money? Or even if you don't take the money, you already knew it was wrong and you did it. Why wait to be dragged through the process and all that? So I think there are two approaches. The Attorney General has his method, and then I also expect the individuals involved to voluntarily do what is required of them.
Now, interestingly, I mean, given details of the report, the committee's chair, Samuel Okudzeto gave an indication that a total of 2,417 complaints were received from the public. Out of it, a total of 230 cases were subjected to detailed review as at 6 p.m. on the 9th of February 2025. Now, he goes further to say that 59 cases reviewed prior to Operation Recover All Loot, and 44 petitions were received directly by members of the committee. Out of the many complaints, 924 emails were received, and then 1,493 personal phone calls were as well received. I mean, these are few details they've given us out of the many works they've done. Ghanaians are asking for a publication of the total report so that, I mean, at least we get to see and understand the context for which this committee has done their work. Is that a right call?
Well, it's a right call, and the chairman of Oral has given the way by giving the details of their work.
Kessben.
It is the promotion of transparency. So now, but publishing the report remains with the president. The president asks them to do the work. They have given their report to the president. The president will decide whether to publish or not. It is not the Oral Committee that will decide whether to publish or not.
Okay.
And the president may delay for further investigations because there could be wrongly accused persons who will come out to say, well, you've spoiled my name by doing this when I'm not guilty. So they may need to look at it further before they now if they want to publish those that are clear cases of violation of the law.
Yes, but the oral team, I mean, the formation of the committee itself came in with a wide acceptance by the general public. To a far extent, Ghanaians will be much interested in knowing which cases are on the table of the Attorney General as we speak. So without giving much details as to which individuals are involved with those particular cases, at least Ghanaians can get to know a fair idea of which cases we are talking about. For instance, if we are dealing with Seglemi, then we know Seglemi is on the table of the Attorney General. Then we can squarely follow up on this particular matters. But in the absence of this, we do not know which cases we are talking about. And would that be fair to the good people of Ghana?
I'm saying that it may not be fair, but it will depend on the president's discretion now. Oral has done his work. They have submitted their report to the president. It's left to the president, on the advice of the Attorney General, to decide whether to give out the details or not, or to wait until the further investigations have been conducted, and then it becomes necessary to publish the names that have been found by the investigative body to be culpable.
Now, the other concerns will have to do with, I mean, the quantification in terms of real nominal figures. The chairman of the committee indicated that over some 20.49 billion US dollars can be retrieved through this particular exercise. I mean, how do we achieve this as a country?
Well, I've told you, they have already talked to the people already. They have gathered evidence that these monies were actually taken illegally.
Okay.
If I am involved, I will not wait to be dragged further. If I've got the money, I'll just refund it. And as I said, that will reduce the sanctions that may come on me. They may just say, okay, pay interest on what you have taken. Because you've taken this money for 4 years, you've done business with it, you've made profit on it, you need to add an interest. Or the exchange rate has changed, those kind of things. But where people are recalcitrant, then the further investigations will be conducted and the necessary action taken. Even with the necessary action taken, there could be administrative sanctions without going to court. But there could also be criminal cases. So that is the situation.
Yes, but
okay.
Yes, carry on.
No, I was just, somebody was talking to me.
Very well, but the concerns again will be that, many people have criticized the legality of the formation of this particular committee. But in contest, if the oral team, together with the Attorney General, is able to save Ghana some $20 billion, will we ask for its stay as a committee to continue with its work, or better still, we will ask for its dissolution as of the time being?
I think that if the president finds it necessary to have an order in place, then he probably needs to bring a bill before Parliament to pass it, to give legal backing to the committee. Besides, the members of order were doing this voluntarily. They have their full-time jobs.
Yes.
The chairman is a member of Parliament, and now he's a minister of foreign. Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yes.
Martin Kessben is a private legal practitioner. Raymond Archer has appointed
Deputy CEO of Yoko.
Yeah, Yoko. So it will not be proper to keep them in an oral committee that will be institutionalized. But their work has pointed the direction for any future body that you may want to consider.
But are you surprised to note that, 39 cases came in as complaints with regards to the National Cathedral project and that of PDS? Quite a number of complaints coming from these two particular cases. Is it something surprising?
No, it's not surprising, because from the very beginning of those two projects, people said it was wrong. And the president went ahead. And look at the destruction that they did, with bungalows being mowed down and having to accommodate people in hotels only to dig a hole. And you see, it shows that everybody's concerned. And when I am making a complaint, I don't know that you are also making the same complaint. But we are both concerned, and we want something to be done about it. So definitely, there's no surprise about that.
It looks as if it stopped the chart of the cases that came in. PDS and then National Cathedral. But again, with PDS, how do we deal with the matters? Because it's been quite a long time since PDS was in place, and then many have said that they came in and then collected monies from Ghanaians without being accountable to the good people of Ghana. With the coming into force of this report, should we revisit the operations of PDS and then make sure we retrieve back the monies that were collected from Ghanaians?
Definitely. Then what's the use of the order? if they've got genuine complaints that can be substantiated, then it's left to the authorities to now pursue the people. Because some of these things, we just saw that monies were paid to so-called consultants and lawyers for virtually nothing done. So definitely there are things that we need to pursue. And that's why oral will probably be disbanded or institutionalized, making a legal system, and then helping the Attorney General or the President to carry out his anti-corruption mandate.
But before I let you go, Mr. Azim, now, on one hand, we are seeking to fight corruption with Operation Recover or Loot. But on the other hand, the Attorney General, who just assumed office a few weeks ago, is also on the trajectory of, withdrawing almost every case that was being held in court by the former government. So you talk of Collins Dowd's Seglemi Affordable Housing Project. You talk of issues that has to do with Dr. Johnson Esiama, and then with the coming into force of the collapse of the banks and its related matters. I mean, many more cases that were pending in court. The Attorney General has filed a nolle prosequi. So the question is that what is the moral justification for you seeking to fight corruption whilst you are already continuing an existing case that we do have in court? I mean, how do you discontinue one and yet go ahead to prosecute the other?
The simple question is, how do you discontinue a case which you don't believe in? You don't have enough evidence to pursue. You see, some of these cases have been on for about 7 years. The prosecutors have not been able to prove any case against the people. Why do you think that a new government should also continue to prosecute cases that the people that brought to court did not have enough evidence to successfully prosecute them? You see, and some of them were clearly seen to be politically motivated cases. And that's why the Attorney General may have justification for withdrawing them.
Yes, but
like somebody has said, he needs to give us explanation for those actions.
Exactly the question I was coming
to. But you see, the other side of it, let me finish. The other side of it is that I feel that if they allow the court to come and say, no, we haven't, there's no justification for these cases, and declare them exonerated, that would have been clear better. But now people are still going to say, oh, some of them were guilty, but because they belong to the ruling part, that's why they dropped the case. So that's the other side of it. And I thought that they shall just allow the courts to hasten the cases and then come out with a decision or a ruling instead of the Attorney General withdrawing them. Because after all, when the Attorney General goes to the court and he cannot provide adequate evidence, then the court can now rule that, oh no, this one, there's no case. But just to say that you're not interested in it, it's not helping the individuals involved, because the perception will still be there.
Exactly the point, because, I mean, the Attorney General just filed a nolle prosequi without, telling the public the reasons behind that. But the question again will be that, is it really because of a lack of substantial evidence in prosecuting those matters, or it is really the case of lack of political will to continue with that particular prosecution? Because again, the case of Seydou Agongo and then Opuni has been in the court for more than 8 years, and yet we've not seen any level of confiscation as well, the court either coming out with a judgment. So, I mean, it brings back the question of integrity, the question of moral right to prosecute other issues, whilst you still have this substantial ones pending in court, awaiting the Ghanaian people and then the court as well, receiving outcomes of these particular cases. And so how do we proceed from here? Tomorrow, if these cases are coming again in court from the oral report, will Ghanaians wholeheartedly accept, what the Attorney General is going to do after knowing what he's been able to do in time past?
Yes, so I will support Martin Peebles' call for the Attorney General to come out and explain the rationale behind the decision to withdraw these cases for Ghanaians to know. That would solve the problem.
Very well. But in the absence of this, we have to just wait for the cases and the report that has been submitted, and then the onward action that will be taken by the Attorney General, I presume.
Yes, please.
Very well. Azim, I'm grateful for your time this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you too.
Vitus Azim, a anti-corruption campaigner, speaking to us at 2 after 8. Hi, Kessben, 92.9. Your numbers, 055-0567-929, 055-0567-929. And no any numbers are Juma Anope. But let's hear from you, your views and your thoughts on the current happenings, Operation Recover or Loot. Endra womo submit womo report no to President Mahama. President Mahama a transfer ediama the Attorney General, but concerns no any say Attorney General no buy into office in less than 1 month or no take office cases are a year very I beg your pardon, very important cases na abinda dano ekremwa. In fact, womo ehwe edi ho asem wo court ni nyina no. Attorney General say when you're interested, I mean, we file a null prosecutor to discontinue with those cases. The edikan eyo opuni case no, opuni ni sedo agongo about cocoa board contract near there. One more MI about the supply of fertilizers and the ekika ho nyina. I mean, that case has been discontinued. Oba BMO Collins Dauda Seglemi affordable housing project for 8 good years. A honsem bebre na no sorry wo my mono. Attorney General say onye interested in that particular case any longer. And also one more HM, quite an interesting one. But Ghanaians are saying say John Mahama is almost becoming the chief clearing agent because Attorney General no discontinue cases are already pending in court. At least you could have seen to the completion of the court proceedings. Now a face a court no ebeja womo a court no eja womo. But in the case of filing a null prosecutor no but we'll come to it. Na yetimi ede ho enkomo enti fa wadwentre no ebra yebekin kan ni nyina no ede amount 0550567929 0550567929 eno any numbers no pay yede eye adwuma WhatsApp and afi SMS 4 minutes after 8 na Andra the ad hoc committee speaker ate ewo mrashebedwem say the CA womo enhwehwemu no womo sanso echo asetina quite an interesting analysis and then revelation etimi ebae but as usual minority no boycott proceedings no Andra womo anye a part of it to say the last week in no na a city and it was expected say Andra no Ora Fenyo Maakye minority leader or the chief whip and then for aka would have appeared before the committee nanka womunso the omunim no womotimi akwakoka ewo committee no enim but Andra they didn't show up ma yenhwe except of the Andra a course wo hono na yemra yeba yebeto so na yene wedi enkomo but your messages no ma odie emra 0550567929 0550567929 and no any numbers ye juma anopay enti what ba ye na yakin kan ni nyina e de amount but 0550567929 0550567929 and no any ye numbers anopay ye de juma covering poor margin
Kwame Jusu
ya say
nyakopa domaro bia bako
that really ampo ase enkobo wo ho na yegosu aye din so ye ka say no Council of State elections no koso anopay started 7 o'clock and barely one more aye 1 hour 6 minutes over
menumi hu
ewo de ho
Kwame na senka me Kubi
that is all contest bi
kofobia ba hu so ma file no Kwame kofobia ba hu so ma file no now mo no koye Council of State na me no ka ho Kwame nye Kwame na senka yeko I'm telling you
I see.
Oh, Kwame na senka yeko
as a way abatwo
I abatwo na see a contest bi at least one win equal dey hu say
wa contest
bi because encrophobia Kwame minimu omo pa Kwame say omo na ekotu omampanyinfo waje atum say me koye lecture akutu omampanyinfo no Kwame mu
ano
de ma me papa Kwame etina senka yeko ne kura de ba kope next year meboabo am ebedu na me mfie no so ko nanim kama because Council of State Kwame kame hunu ye 7 preduasa aka retirees enkofo omukuta native wisdom ifie nyansa blend with school there say school there nu hokra utu so kasa wo ye deep sankofo na nkekufu omampanyinfo enkofo omukono omunkonkotena sema ompanyini nye omampanyini de obampanyini beka bia ya concord abi do betimi aka na dwere dia kire omampanyini se na omarafo be bia ade ne konanya mu oman
okay na ba me kwa ho ba ne so ba me ne Doma West Embra Shebedwani eni enkomo the Honorable Vincent Opon Asamoah me ne no eni enkomo Embra na we a member of the committee a eye adwuma Honorable Mpacho wotimi ka margin
mejo so ne
na empombo ko de
already adoma ho de ho pa some so mo de
erade de yenko akyeye yenso ye ho ye pa na endra eba ne sen na committee mo kwa asetina minority no again one more and show up. Yo,
me da sibi na me chia yeti for anope na me chia mo studio nyina. Obi ani say members of parliament obi free the constituency obi o amanyeko ope and the ba parliament and obi on the freedoms and obi on the right into decision be ope apeso o take bi ano obi to me atake it. We did say, Nano speaker, a ball, Nippons will be the Nano Basabasa, see vetting. No, if you should Mona and far report and read on it. Will be honest about the strength of the parties, two political parties in our parliament, you know, which now so at the power, Sandy Panson. It's now here, and this is near 5. And the other side, no, only 2. It is a 7-member committee, but the vice chair of the committee, Honorable Animedu. Until yes, we are with the terms of reference as speaker at the Mayo. The first na and say no see she and you quite a befasoa and I'm more able to na yadi Eddie Jumano. At the third day na Miss American constituency, I Zoom. And so the other two now from also joining by Zoom and over there on our board and Abena, the former Deputy Minister for Finance. And the other members in share. So we agreed on the roadmap. Quite a bit for now achieve the results now, speaker at the Mayan. And to young find share them 9 years open. Ama Obia Hudia because we are near Mana is here no. The vetting committee and the cameras were there. The idea Ghana what really happened. So we agreed on the roadmap. Let us say a fair day now, we are cohort now, honorable Animedu Ebai. But we are sitting and on better by what I think is. And or catch a chairman is on person or better committee because we have been asked. Free and you free home. At the point, and the clerk of parliament, said we should stop the live broadcast. Which to us, we didn't understand the whole thing. Because at that time, now majorities did not appear before the committee. Now, even the chairman of the first deputy speaker, a chairman of the vetting committee on Ukraine, Odiken, and also Abba. Most of the MPs no more appear before the committee. So about first one, the chairman says no, it's the speaker's committee. The speaker has given us the go ahead to do it, and the pressure was still coming from the clerk. About the third time, it was like, well, no, and our control. More the audio section and then the money control to know. More or less, they was asking them, said they should leave the place. And my chairman, and they live broadcast abruptly.
Okay.
So from there, we had to go to meet them. And Kokoshia Mononaria, the minority leader, and a majority leader, and me fancy the leadership of both houses, minority and majority, and the clerk. It's no can say they need to have a word from speaker and sana it not was so a Juman. And I must admit, the speaker no in Ghana. Yes, speaker was in Ghana, but he was monitoring everything from where he was, and it didn't come as a surprise to. But lot of Ghanaians are no more here. They were not happy with I don't know end day on that note. Because I'm saying immediately after that, chairman granted interview to some press houses. Emma Omu say a clerk, and a Maya stop away,
Okay.
And I think then or more person somebody will be speaker, no kakra, so speaker, you say. So middle we call the speaker, and then speaker came back serious and said, no, we should go ahead. On country will be other, we should stop there. Because I think that to the minority, no people say, "Sir, apology, no current or plenary issue and everything, including even Sir Egmana no Majama member committee." That's because no, that is not it. Apology is different from Sir Yina report now. May request it for no, so we should still go ahead. And of course, Speaker Ahmad they go ahead in the next thing I was a minority and say. Only reduce the credibility of the committee, by say mobile boycott committee, work. Now, accuse the chairman, say chairman or like credibility, and or very partial because he is not impartial. So because of that, or money change any man, but all issues no raise against him now. What you say, like a substance. Yeah, it was a bit much or killing on SNJ. And it is only the speaker that will say, no, Honorable Bejina, I think near my Papanakano, and because of that, into the idea to Washington. Meanwhile, Nippon or a speaker now, or the man of my committee or something.
Yes.
Oh, my ruling, that's what track of a speaker. Speaker, not my ruling, yeah, and also interested also committee, Ujanet my way. So we went ahead because the last public year, was here, you say, you be a month one year, you invite to so far, no, the majority side in the Duvona, it may a buy. And we'll share a moment Ramanacrano rule to apologize, said they were not around, so making me appear before the committee. It is only a rating a year, they'll be able to give rating a area back. And okay, and also, we even had one person, I know a member of Parliament, or no, to quality a Anna, or also reading in a movie. And I heard it said somebody didn't tell him that they were even more than that man, but he was the only person who was able to spot in the video. Yeah, I was actively, now we're involved. So looking at the whole thing, we will have a very good report because initially, I can say, will be our tip, recording the which we are my committee, and about 15 recordings, any other tapes, and about committee, MIF forensic experts from the Saba unit of the mobile. Chief, you need all the tapes, a general among Dr. Bedia. And at least the media, so no, they were there. In terms of the percent media, House of Sleeping also, Emran also, take your music. Now, almost in Kanye, or Mumu, but some of them says, okay, the notice was sought, and no legal, you say, or back company on a number. And they were multimedia media, But however, we have evidence that Magadana will give a very good report. Now, and yes, we are going to be, I say, vindictive. We are not going to be vindictive. All that we need to do is say, the way to my advice speaker now going forward, it's never be seen to be intimate embassy. Because I think that you can't the image of Parliament a cop from crowd. Because we share and ye kuye ni mukra na ye ibuno and ka osanka media your first Parliament the yejuma di any name be Ghana for betimi agi afum kesepa. But on the days of uso champion no money ye from say engagement anom na wo hwe Kofi Ato no money sadina ya tete kanjira sanom ene ala ikolendo da mo ene mosquito no man that time Parliament na obi ani say you can say MP ba no obi ani say yes parties a former na echo. And if you don't take care bekwa akwa kudu mrebia one fee year na said ye penono na ye hunu sa.
Yes, but munya worried about the lack of participation on the side of the minority. I mean, more reports now, Eba. Now, I mean, some of the minority members, are found culpable. What will be the responses to that because they did not participate? And then the rule of natural justice. One more nya kwenya biasa obunso ebeka one more sema. I mean, ewo mokokoso.
Senior, we all know say we gave them opportunity. Yeah, let's say about 10 of them are now Omo appear. Omo na also they are Omo ready to appear. It's a natural justice and final. Oh yeah, breaching. We gave them opportunity. Almost Omo. And you cannot force them. Such a na bra. Into Omo the opportunity no. It will serve them better. So Omo you imagine say Omo beba na kebe bo Omo bebre. But Omo man so nchire say ebema the credibility of our report no. Ebe affected whatsoever. It will not. Because and yet sabi Omo ye no kwa. There were a whole lot of issues border on security. Yeah, it believe say there were some security lapses. And I think the organization of the even appointment committee in itself, we also admit say but you ask yourself say reaction from the minority, was it the right way to react? Because we say when they were in government, when you also in court, opinion will just quickly rise to the Supreme Court. And what has changed now? Yeah, and then so you could so between lost a yamra actually choir in case we satisfied with a year choir also first with the addressing the situation and how do redress secure redress mrano actually but the way the area just say am running but yeah the mran beshi and some be a penny a but I believe say I was say there should be a way speaker no a bit to me that kind of preach, about MPs, it be intimate, NCBM. And I say, punishment to be it should be, you almost have a privilege to think that. But the BBN will be any as a speaker, but catch us, please, over frame myself and walk this MP out of the chamber. The BBN, a bayer, and English, say, a big I believe, say, and you see a Maakye, a money drawer, now, young family, Yajuma. Now, you're respecting us watching Ghana for the sign, Ajia because for now, the ninth parliament has started very, very on a very wrong foot. To me, Zamia, like I say, and your man could say, and no Jina Chimba Krana Okasa. Only say, be son the mic, you put to another so mic and I disable. Wow, Ujina Okasa, I disable. And that is what most of the, yes, that's what most of the new MPs agree. For Mokasa, you can see from their side, and they say, first term MPs, we must also Maakye so. The level of indiscipline about the non-parliament only God knows. But I believe, say, Ghana for that's not what they are looking for. So people say, we get one Piababet parliament now, or the all union answer or back cause disorder. Amount for I don't think the constituency will be happy with that member of parliament. I don't know what the intentions are, but I think and yet, but that is not what maybe I'm pessimical. All that we want to see is this now parliament, maybe I start, Omako orientation, BBBR, so they know all that is good. Also, but Bima Yomagin said, Yempesi de Emrano Bayeduma, penny a bay. I think as speaker, your report will give me a very, very good report. Even though it would have been better saying Komono Bebana or side of the story. However, I believe even with the majority side and going by, there are a lot of issues about out. I believe a bit me abuama future in the Timiyama DC and the DCV.
Very well. Honorable Appiah, I'm grateful for your time.
I'm sure.
So, and the Honorable Vincent Opon Samoa, Doma West, and Rashid Bidjani, other Menino at the command the ticket of the NDC, and then a member of the ad hoc committee, a speaker, are set in place. One more investigations about the situation on 4D at the appointment committee, bringing us to exactly 22 minutes after 8. Hi, Kessben. Mame Edna Wase na memo akwaba in case I find you join the your numbers is 055 0567 929 0550 567 929 and any number sa ye de eye jumana is here fi mo afi na meshia the honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashaba I don't think my honorable achi na me mana fama honorable bachi
yeah it is a
radio do me where na I think commentary ye
me wini we nyina ma you show sa me ho
esa me so me show sa me honorable me try with this and my
bana srikakra say you to me deliver micro minority in Ghana now to abani you fa na it was your phone to say
radio do be honorable congratulations is in order
I know there eduan there ya Bobby
pa
but asu de kese so da yeso
pressure this
the more vote the more responsibility
exactly
intenu so ho this say they are srawi akase na be yeduma no
that's right
that's right
but a constituency boko
constituency there fine fine
obia
I church na kram sako on Thursday ye ko ho akọ sra enuanu a na ekọ yesu so kakra ebe
Remember a lawyer KK Sebe Achi na member na kwaba one also a member of the NPP's communication team. Council first time I be share on him Achi.
Yeah,
na empom to say
the speaker. Nyamiadum
Bibia
fine pa yes
party buboko.
Bibia boko yes dear. Honorable Ahodia
Nkawa salute me cry.
Honorable salute.
Watch out.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Nyagro cry.
Sanity my idea to win an election is not easy. And you know, ye mamumone yo said you can to us no. Ye adwuma. Ye nyina empire bon say Ghana betumpon. Say Ghana betumpon there na say mama mu ni timi di
exactly
enti de yehwe no na de be nyina se bia momo kwa to chima no
na
criticize it constructively
that's right
enye just we na gidi no there be de moye yenye mu bi e criticize it constructively enti na me fasa question na machia yahwefo na etiefo nyina aso
okay ahwefo na etiefo nyina ajo so na me bo baji
Kwame.
You be fine.
Nyame adomarakwa. Kwame.
Yes.
Ma menya me pass data PB Honorable Ashaman.
Yes.
Kwame. Woman recommend hwe.
No more rewarding.
You see, it is not here alone.
Maybe
at a point about a year before the election.
Yeah.
Every television station Honorable Ashaman is on it. Radio station Honorable Ashaman is on it. And when new radio and television station say seven previous uncle defending a National Democratic Congress. Kwame, he has worked. He's a former member of Parliament. There's so yama NDC na Kwame waye. Party no opposition for 8 years. He was speaking for the party. When young Kofona, at the end year said the ebe na no mo pop up no nka ho bi. Kwame appointment e koso ebe. You mo recognize it. No mo share Honorable Ashaman. Edini kura Kwame, edini keke. Eni kwase say your baby ni make appointment a. DBS kepu na deliberate. Na ebo apayo Kwame, I'm telling you. And that's what Hana make us see aka no asam wa. But me person make us nanim. You have already said it. DBS kepu Kwame na chese ayi deliberate that's it. About to be Kasemi or Kumase. Menim no papa or NDC communicator. Ye Ashanti regional minister.
Yeah.
And was say o na niji appointment no pa. Na nyimre yikura no. Regional minister na friend na di nkomo. On was say they needed the regional minister. Oba. So whom you be say asa wo no hwan.
That's right.
Tiasma mika no asem ne mu dupa o kan asem hwe se osua ba Kwame asem ne mu odu wo se me mpese regional minister ne baba be busam na ye ko ba bi no bisa na we ono hwan na chese ono kro wonim region no
wonim ne
nkrofo obi si se Honorable Ashaman why member of Parliament da watra Parliament ba bibia committee so party aduma Kwame party no wa bemu party ni abemu for 8 good years redro so na bo ashama 7 previous enkwara nketenkete a eni ni tipenye pa obudi na tam Kwame papa wa kwama NDC for wo mo hwe no edini nyedi a ebetimi escape da never Kwame etimi escape da
omo bo apa me escape mo na ni
yes ena we no he doesn't need a godfather obi de hia no as a father board ko for SF board no won pa ho board chairman no honorable asama no pa ho ene so wote ha na meka yedi ka kasa asem wo dada Kwame eti omo hwe no yebe ka
Mr. Speaker me need say
na from Pon Ziga
Ziga na mi bisa me ho say order because me follow no on every issue no or comment here deep very detailed after them who know say even entertainment nyina na ade nyina Ziga oya to God be the glory it is o de wa no atum na o kan honorable dia na edika
no why I've known honorable Ashaba
from other places
from the days of CTV FM and down to this place and I mean quite encouraging some more my year remember bomb more so honorable appointment and I'm quite so ban so
near ewom ni say appointments doso nti nyamo kacha nse yenya botra ebeba nti mesumi wo gidie se ebeba about specifically me ka se o maka bibia kire de omunya nkanhwe but medin da list so nyame be
ye for that ye guso a ye hwe ni
na me da me ni asusa e just no credit
no credit eba
ko penya sida eba
oni mi pa de na just
but mama na mo say na just a quick information for na yenshen kombono ase ye ka say Council of State elections no course across the country electoral commission amayati ase 522 electorate ana formed the college womo to abano ene womo 2222 reps from all the district assemblies across the country womo na to abano 154 aspirants ana contest is encrofobe to abama womo no mo abeye the regional reps for the Council of State membership onim so already no Council of State no 30 membership na ye 16 from all the regions we are now paying so at an appointment and so at the Ababeka. Now, out of the 154 aspirants, 144 contested 10. Now, the Eastern region comes in with the highest number of female aspirants. They have 3 of them. The regional women organizer, former contested, and then one other woman so also contested. Greater Accra, in fact, one of the Obabianim. Oko Western region Emani Yemieno contested Ashanti region Emani Yemieno Central region Ahafo region and then Bono region 1 each and these are the 4 or 5 main regions Emma participating in today's elections. They are in the Greater Accra Obabianka Western North Obabianka the northern regions Obabian contested and these are some of the details. Now, Isiaka say, be post from 7 to 5 p.m. But say, more to abaniwe na obia or wall destination of the to abaniwe. They are able to close the polls and then omobekai na declaration no etimi akoso na afi finally na wamuguswa wamo constituted Council of State no. Enti wobesha President Mahama appointment be awaye bia no or say acting because the constitution requires that he does the appointment in consultation with the Council of State, and as well, board now must have a fair say with one more called the areas. And for the avoidance of breaching the law, President Mahama said, "Okwa acting until say your confirmation will come as a Director General or a Chief Executive." Mame Emma Council 10 minutes na mintieno on this one. Na yemfam common in Shasia in free Council.
Yo, Minia, Medasibebre. They deal with the boycott by minority. Na election, okay.
My started with the Council of State election. Na you boycott the DNS.
Me that say. Council of State na yenyina is provided for by the Constitution, and omo play a lot of role. Emma or minor. Nti idea who here ye necessary idea who shim. But say utie generally and yes and obo who the will be names here to a baby cry and neck.
Yes.
Although it's not open to the general public, you know. Say nipa no timi hunu de air coso na wono so timi a kire na adwinama nipa na okwa to aba no atake decision a ebeba be favor no de are ho kakra ewo analysis ya de abasese am the women representation
woman no
da bia ye kan so 144 eye mema and 10 eye ma also da bia ye kan ye say yemma we the affirmative action bill law no mpo Emma emrem because Emma woman so a eye. And they say be opportunity we you be na appoint you.
There be one abekwa pick your nomination.
One abekwa pick your forms. Also President Mahama appointment here wash as here all men. Comments as say ba say Emma woman no esa. Say ma do ebem. It is a man you ready some be offer omo ho a. We then work of anaba. Unless say ye deliberate policy say ye hia omo so. Enti ebia ha ene ha ne ha de ye gya mama na sesi a ye biem wo honom na wo amfa form no ankwa anko contest ya no amadwuma no ayedin ama mo representation a ewo amemwonimu enti mefa sa kwan so na ma hye nuanom ma nyina nkuran nkanka omo ani gye amayosem ho no na ya na ya amayosem no so kodu ba bia ane tu ba bia ekeka kono ano ya ye hyedodo. Until we are Bema Crana or radio station, TV station, a quack cassa bones or you're a catcher or say, hey, politics way dear, did the attempt them is through. Yeah, my politics, no, did the attempt I a part of politics, which shouldn't be the case. And the young animal man, yana and Pembe Brino, and no idea a piano and more mochi because omuni a fucasia the minute, sir, and some huno egum because you can go on social media. Na ebia mfom so bi ebi kra nya mfom so but anko bi yenti no wa address from head to toe oba so wo ya na ne ho popo enti sa nyoma ni nyina no esese yi free politics ne mu ne hu se ya amamuo ana oman ne ye kekere ye enya mema nko a de betimi aye adwuma no da bi because nsusu ye bi wo a wo ye payment se wo susu bibia ya no da bia me ka se mema ye de ye ti ene take decision. Once a man was watching ye part do not the way they feel their emotions near then they take a decision. And you need these two to blend so that we can have proper decisions for system are running. And we need to encourage our women to come in any way I bet to me aye. Now secondly so no one can answer show holding no moon say the woman no. Sabi edi atam ni ade de yempe de nanso ba no wage na de ko se si aye hye amamwe ni de ko no
o de akohin
o be ne dai na bo wo si mu nsam a wati nyina no so o da si mo enti o be gina de ko na o be but we don't encourage that.
Yeah,
you see the constitution now make provisions say president ye bibia or nyoma bi ho or ya or consult to the council of state but decision be by from the Supreme Court. Me refer specifically the appointment be a course. So is it the say after Charlotte says maybe say easy or something. There was an appointment Anchor Council of State and him answer na air into implementation. Supreme Court can say they serve as an advisory body and therefore a mandatory say president ever consult to or more and sana. The decision of person taking or taking. So you pick it from that ruling and answer judgment a ruling about free Supreme Court by India. Not just say President Muhammad me appointed without them. But you now see who say ultimu say or consult or more because all the 16 regions you know are form part of the decision you make the appointee nipa binom. If we say the president singularly no ain't me who the echo baby. But if he gets all these heads to help her, ebeboa. Enti si amra no, ene ebe miem ama the involvement of the Council of State as far as the appointment of certain positions air concern yemiem na nye mandatory said the beya enka air mandatory am sure say bi kranka ya nyoma bi kra mo kra ya appointment no abantem if we can get it within the transition period cramp na enkenye bad
say Council of State should come in place
transition air course no so that president be no they say president amangrofo act that although but it will be some way say president am be air act
near be in
a free ho na okra na edo akose honorable na nyame ya adum ya man acting position and come bo say o because honorable acting position na ochina yes Council of State by in consultation afa yi eno afri ho a I think say honom no there are some loose ends bi o ha say tighten ni ye na eboy ni move forward.
But generally interest na ba up na because who say the omo ye na me hu honorable before and me hu say nkrofo aye flyers trying to campaign for the election and all of that. Generally nanka about one ba unhu bibisa obehu an say silently ya to awie na ya elect one more be election. But look as this time around no, it is taking a different turn.
Yes, I think say baby are interest necessary ye pa ye. I think after the 2016 elections, especially Greater Accra, I think Honorable E.T. Mensah, Lumkopi Pebine, so ya na ejina the personalities in so omoba contest ni muno. And you know, as compared to previous years in India, now no, it is better because ote huasem from your presiding members or mokotua people and especially social media and so ebwa because people are able to share the images, the flyers of omo these positions, Then on the social media and you realize if it's a constituency na omasha here pushi omo PM presiding member na okwakotua ba no say nipa asemesi ene ye pe no enti interest na eba ne yankoso modern hu dawura se beba kese ne anya the right people anu na hiyo akwakoje the right places because yes started see putu wrong people yes square pegs in round holes ebeha because these are people who are omanpanyini e kire so epa asoma na woni okwakofa adwene enti say oye nipa bi a omuti hu ye den abo built say chief zigout ye and I know say nkofa minim de enti a one fa from say one fa de na next 4 years yes say offer ben say mesumu yes say offer next for because in fact the analysis in fact so fantastic and deep it is offer
very well made as a council. Thank you very much. Lawyer Sebena Otenin, kind of member of the NPP. My member, the Honorable Daniel Kwesia Sharma, so former member of Parliament for Buem constituency. Honorable, Mami Ntiwe.
Yo, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable.
Nah, sorry. The Council of State elections. Basu ene. Ana kosu sesia ebia ashase kra mutu aba. Many lawyer aka one side eye pa ami jide pass 80-40. Moving to the other side of the coin. As I say regime bia hu say uko akutu aba mobia. Not only being a Council of State member, but representing the region.
Okay.
Inti wono mo kwa kutu abano. Asembisani said, Bisangu said, who am I voting for? You should ask that person, yourself that question. And don't go and vote for your pocket.
Okay.
You must vote for the region. We have so many problems, sir. Elections are Ekosu or Ghana. We don't vote for people who take care of the complexities and exigencies of today. We vote because in some cases we've gotten a fatter envelope. And that is very, very bad. If you vote for a fatter envelope, expect no work.
And no results.
And no results. Because that envelope must be refilled by the person who has given it to you and keep it somewhere again, waiting for maybe some other time. If we move on like this, a course sa na so omanu enkone nim papa.
Okay.
ɛna wo a wako pick form so bisa ho na nka sesa wo bisa ho before today me fata senka me ko but many a time no they don't ask themselves such questions. Oh, Mrs. Mbetumi aye. Oh, yeah, we intim Mbetumi aye. And so, coming back to my region, Oti region, me expect it, said they should vote for the person who can help bring up that virgin region. Because who call them by and there are human beings there with all due respect.
Yeah.
But when you want to look at institutions of state, what to say in respect of institutions of state, now say according to say football park. She knew it's not the uko na signboard da omusi there the NY there the land ni winmu land ni land no so
yenye project no
yenye project no. It is only the regional coordinating council office no. I think by now the area Omawi and San Omako because structure no the way I saw it in the Omawi. So we should be looking at certain very very critical and certain. Now, when voted into office, Munina Council of State members are moving 16 regions.
Yes.
You must also have at the back of your mind, say, you are going to take care of the record of yesterday and look at how you can improve upon it by your regime. Nya ekondra eni mu amuba fufrono. Because sometimes it is so disheartening. Yehunu in the previous government say, assembly ba na ye expect say, Council of State say ya tuwa ba mau, like members of parliament yenti bibi free munche, musimu ya advisory members today. Fine, but then I didn't say. I remember very well. Look at how Council of State members are picked from the regions. So
yes.
In the mining areas, we have representatives. To the interest of the people. And I'll pray because during that time, Kranu, ye been my campaign, say Council of State Kranu, who here biom.
Exactly.
We've campaigned so much. Say who here biom. If we have Council of State members enjoying all the largesse, and there are problems in the nation or their areas, say, oh, you just advise the president if you take, then it means it is not worth it, all the largesse we are giving you. We want to see value for money, for the position you are occupying. And that should be the hallmark. So that this nation, you bet to me at two, and at to anamo ako enim. Look at Ghana today. Those who are coming today or tomorrow, when voted in power, you must look at this nation and ask yourself questions. Gone are the days that we call ourselves the Black Stars. Obia dia tumsa. In the ushe balance sheet enyefe. Ushe unemployment enyefe. Ushe ya pomdi enkoswa. Edrum pepeso bia enyefe. Education like that. So to me, I am advising. Say you shouldn't be somebody who is coming just to say, oh, we are. You should formulate what code of is it code of conduct? Yeah. Rules, sir. Mususumu jina sumu country man penny say. Sir, state council of state emranu wokwa ya payenu. Ye pese ya mbuama omaino atumpon. Inti sa bibi koswa ye kachrewa. Ususu ye srewa tie ye nsema ye ka. Na ye mbua omaino mani konenim. All the members should focus on their regions.
And the challenges are woho.
Yes, challenges. Focus on the region. Challenges are woho. Jina unai suna kasa na yen wiye.
But in a situation where you get reps, I mean, some of them might have not even stayed in the region for that long. Unim the peculiar issues. What region name? Or no, the onima ni say one crying. It be our party affiliation with some of the big people. Now we call region name. Now we call near Kotu Abano Eddie Amano. When it happens like that, I mean, how do you get the issues of the region addressed?
And Unia Sema medical say don't go and vote for envelope. Obia Otiakra or Koti region say to Abamano.
Yeah.
The only strategy obe use Nisika.
Okay.
The only strategy obe use Nisika. Look, I won election to parliament as somebody who don't have money. Not at all. And yes, you can't ediba parliament. But because I was with the people, look, I was the fundraiser for the WIM Congress for 7 good years. Into every year, we locate a community. Yebeko Akoye Safasha ya raise fund for the development of WIM. Into ever do this 7 years time, no be enemy. Into we'll losing my predecessor, Fort Camel on the 25th Christmas Day, December 2012. Minya piki from Obia say una obeko. So I didn't spend money. Man first can call parliament. These are some of the things that should happen. And there is no corner ewo buim and now problems are ewo buim minim. Minim problem no rather than sanamabeye MP. So this is the way our elections should be going, so that we'll be able to solve some problems. Because Council of State members should listen very well. That time Uba Buema, half part of Buemnu, now network oho. Unya cross to the other side of Buemnu, there is no network. Do you get right? Inti uko baby to say Jolukute. I'm mentioning for the OT people to know. Jolukute Baglo Dumasi Lekanti Awoma Ehonina no network. So I knew this problem before getting to what? Parliament. Inti Miko Parliament, the first step me take ni say the other part of WIM should also be heard on the network. And so immediately after 1, 2, 3 years, I got the post there. In there, you get that person. So we should vote for people who knows problems on the ground. And the president say, oh, me region, me potem, this is the problem we have. And I am sure say solve. These are some of the things. Say never say we vote for the person who pays more. And our problems will never be solved. And we'll continue to mark time as far as development is concerned. I am pleading with everybody. And Senya Binuma Council against Nanado's Council of State, we don't want the repetition of the problem we saw yesterday. You must change the game plan towards the development of this nation. I am not blaming them for nothing, but Ghana here in Puntu. Now, say Ghana here in Puntu there. Now, as a free corner BMU from the Council of State to the members of Parliament to the ministers to the Director Generals and other things. One say Ndra Nanu Mati Mina Safwa Asefwa from Ashanti region. And she made a genuine concern complaint. Say, Lydia, I am not calling her name or mentioning her name in any bad thing, but Lydia, this South position man. Yeah. MPP phone come when you say, campaign. What contributions has that lady brought to the table? And it is not only to the MPP. We must turn the light to the NDC. We should see people who know the people on the ground. The people who, whenever the food soldiers or any Ghanaian, not only the food soldiers, run to that person is ready to listen with candor. That is what we want. Because Ghana is for all of us. And until me tihano, me kase. NDC abama evi obiye juma entumpong. MPP ne juma entumpong. NDC ne juma entumpong. CPP obiye juma entumpong. Because no single party secludedly say me shall be party from Kwano. That cannot lead to the development of Ghana. Not at all. Because if you are party members, I should no mudia. me will be per fufuadi and NDC for the edi fufu and any banchi. Now one share banchi therefore who shall she therefore Ghana be. So we need to cast the net. The development should go to every corner, and the Council of State members, they should advise the president based on the national issues and concern. Send near Ghana nina ebetumpong.
Medas said the Ghana nina ebetumpong manaye, bringing us to 52 after 8. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Extend my regards to the incoming president, Ken Ohene Ejapon, for us. Mr. Speaker, we should all be united as a country and vote him to lead the NPP come 2028. Now 2025, crying you know, start taking an agenda. I know what you know.
But you take a Sedin Ketiani Julius Zebra agenda in Antenna baby.
Yes, I remember.
You were a kid to be a make I say. Now we tell for repenting or changing when you are the 20 years on the tune or celebrating the guest of honor Yana Bubakar Etiana Ekasano and or say Uncle Beppe said the Council of State yes scrap the Council of State that had another constitutional review no kwanya but he was proposing say the next constitutional review no you make sure say the Council of State is being scrapped. Nanka yenfa create an upper chamber, which will be composed by the eminent chiefs, prominent chiefs, any prominent men and women or mukuta power in this country. The people that you cannot influence. You get me? Now, bill be a debate Parliament. Before Parliament, as so much will be. Yes, sa bill we say. The bill is not a young passing from Parliament because of a political party to suit the agenda of a political party. Kwame, a fantastic idea. Sasemenye the first time Amaka Sasewe. Constitutional review na about Kwame young consider Sadim. Because the Article 89 of the Constitution about the mandate about the Council of States Omedumano say they should advise the president.
Yeah.
Kwame, a dientina obi oko advise the president. Yetono swaba. I don't get it. Because the president can also influence the election. You get me? The president can influence elections. So I would have wished say a beer dear yana can young consider sad. Because if you have a prominent chiefs, paramount chiefs, our upper chamber, like Nana Osebosu, Naman Pohene et ho, Toby Afed et ho, Namoto for repenting to ho, or a ye or Jao who ya jibit ho. Kwame, how can you influence that people? Jamaica, what I say, or better than the way influence you. Because Sadwe mama, who can't say be named or other shaman and eka. There are some people remember who posted Slibi. You didn't come on call for free. There are some people honorable law. Omo betra crowd for over 30 years. Nerene no man now. 30 good years. The background nim ne regional from no wafa forms or person contesting on behalf of a certain region. Western North, Ashanti region. Western region, Upper East. Baby was for 20 years. How can you advise the president if something is happening in your region? Because of that, Enutina, a Bible pray tomato plant at the about this country. Then the whole West Africa, you me say, Upe baby miensa. Kwame, you dear tomatoes more than the quantum of even the Verona in Italy. Then, Oma Penya Copa investors are CMB set up tomato plant and you setting up to Shayo Suduku. Who advised the president to do that? I don't get it. Okoka yesi a private investor, but the president and the government brought them. Aya then a cashew Kwame.
Yes.
Cashew ni now the whole West Africa. Baby and beer cashew pa aya wenchi. Oya researcher, it is clear. Aya then you set up a cashew plant ewa tema. Jamaica what I say?
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, say, President be taking decision be what one now be say do they does the president have the Council of State? Me more money tia. Na jabe ne na me chao na ne kase me more money ba me de kasem say social road to Kwame Appiah honorable. You ask yourself that the road to before you can cancel the road to, there's a legal process you have to go through. You have to go to Parliament, but Obia Koda Edidie seven producer wo yi ni sim or sorry ya na wasibeta road to Abraham call Parliament.
Kessben.
What you confirm aduane firi omo sam the Council of State members na ho no ade no mantimi an kantre o mampanyini se o mampanyini sade we na wo ye no esese call Parliament o eyesa Ghana bra na yetiatia so ye nya mampanyini bi ankasa obi ankasa ade na nkyerem etie pase ya na ya koye rubber stamp etu obia will find his way to go there and now we can say ni paradox. Yes, people have realized that being a Council of State member is an avenue or a channeler a bit to enhance your future possibilities, to amass wealth, to enhance your operations. And normal person we Jamaica what I say, oh baby be on Sabeka. That is the reason why people are picking from to contest. I don't know. But the Council of State members there, it shouldn't be Kofu as seven previous and come up and you can see one. And Kofu tubo a good woman to
accomplish your mom.
Yes, I must establish your man penny to be influence from Haka. Who better as I bet President Mahama at what to be after the 20 percent of it to be a catch. To be after the catchers no, I dear we yet. Eddie I bet to be a Nico draw baby will take timber. Ese forest bi bu di timba noa wo di galamse noa no anya sika wanya sika no hu se tam oso chale mame ko Council of State e de na obe wo ba mase watwatwa security fo yi ka no aba betro ha bedi no mo o ye Council of State member yes
What do you got here?
What do you got here Kwame enti ye consider sade no obi amfa kwa Kwame de beko
Very well.
Me I'll go to Yana Abubakar so God bless me Kwame, Mrs. Adu, we have to champion it. Council of State, do kwasi ya tuaba.
Very well, me that's in our people. 9 o'clock on the council.
Me person de be kakra.
Okay, first question.
The guy raised the point. We better see a share from another angle.
Okay.
Near the development, how we are developing this nation. On say wama akoma dine. Tomatoes a free urban nyeketwa. Entinka invariably we see tomato factory
proximity
and
the raw material.
But you see, we have factors of production, which the raw material is one of them. Oh, say, you centralize it. Sorry, the entire Ghana Ghana Accra. And you money are na hiya this year decentralized. Money maybe anko baby. Odo fact you could see akoma dan via. Ubenya raw materials, but there are other steps you need to take. Ebi a production no mobile no. Enye tomatoes nkwan ye use. Maybe they will even have to import some things from outside. It's about bedru tema. Na fe na obe fasa goods na se free tema. E dey akọ akoma dan. What you say? Enti no se yetimi aye ya ye boankra e wo honom. Ni ahwe na boankra timi akoso. Na obi ehun hia se free within the Ashanti and the North. E batema. Na honum no straight onyoma nyina agu ho no akwakofa it is a the factory no kwa akoma dan onim say o mekobo ankra mekwa kwasesa nyoma nyina wa fi proximity
simple like
ye develop country no me centralize bibia wo Accra me that's
mention me that say 1 after 9 higher Kessben 92.9 good morning Mr. Speaker. I wonder why we are being hypocrites. The chairman of Oral lies at the vetting, but we are quiet about it. Okay, hope so just so good to try and mayor. Eric Kwekubu said we told Ghanaians that the NDC as a party has nothing better to offer Ghanaians again, but some Ghanaians didn't listen. Now, parents are to pay 550 Ghana cedis for BECE registration, first time in 7 years. Thank you, Eric, for a message. Same Boache was someone Kessben said the NDC-led Mahama administration appears to have taken Ghanaians for granted. They initially promised to maintain teachers and nurses trainee allowances, but have since cancelled them. But you woman cancel Sami so there is rather a conversation koso. But right the honorable Shama. So also na yenshas here. We are talking about oral reporter almost submitted Ediama president. Now after President Mohammed's first 1 month, 30 days in office, and there was a recount of Eniema Motimia so far. Na mintio wo me na yenko.
Yo, ora. Enya aba. Operation Recover All Loot. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable.
Nia ewo muni se. Mesre Ghana fwa ena ora yese ona ora de tenase na bisa onse. Anamwa His Excellency any committee for it. Enye sense unam kruma na national security for APQ say ya nya information bi afro so. Intibra na ye di wa komu ya.
Na koye harassment. Embarrassment.
Na koye harassment. Into Faha now usro say national security for and now as a former government official now you don't feel comfortable. I think this is the best procedural management system. And I don't know this advice Nudima His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It is going to free him from listening to all sort of rumors. Your Excellency, now you become a firefighting president. Now, they say the citizens of this country volunteer information as to what they have seen or what they know, and it is compiled as a raw data. Send obi san faka say me call Jubilee House akobo amane say ma say obi di ka akote ha. Don't go there with that information. This is to decongest. You know people use rumor to make money, right?
Yes.
They use rumor to make money and now to cause discomfort in other people. Now, this data has been collected. 2,417 reports and 942 emails. Now, sorting has been done. You sort, you collect the raw data because in any case, do you know that some people can report through rumor the same information 10 times? Do you know it can happen? Senka ya unse container bi ewo ashama under bridge omu yiska oho obi susu afre, so you will be picking over 10 calls on the same information. It is a say all those informations have been sorted out. Okay, when you wear machi and I compile it Edima president and Odiama attorney general J Nashim. It has freed everybody. Look, until you are called, you are free to be doing your business.
Yes, only.
Until you are called, you are free to do your business. And when say a frau susua, paper crata that what they compile about you, ye the mouth share information we na yanya. Dear Ben na unim fahu. Do you get to that? Because that is from the Attorney General's end, you know. I want an investigation, no. Na ya portion say na me ba who can if this will go to Yoko, it will go to where, it will go to human rights. Na ya portion no e dia masa. So that the government will be focused to do its job. So I think this is the best thing to happen to us. At the benefit of it, and he said, yeah, this 36 is it 360 reports, no? Ye to me Jessica ewomua you benya over $20 billion.
Yes.
And no dear, a far-fetched. But because that is what they have seen on the report. But say to me, Gidia, in Kaye, near here, say, ye here, Sikadia, your money ye. In this Sikabia could do binche, ewo kwam boniswa, ye just ask cano. So I don't know what the problem is. And a man for shall say, oh, Attorney General, and I'm sorry, government all standing on Ora Zusunu, and a nuclear agent new when Bisan who say asem abaya jasembi the court for 8 years when to me and dear asem is it a serious government? Yembisa and a serious judicial system and your government. Ye the asema breakot. The asem 8 good years. And asem no daho. And that want to bring another angle say these cases should not go through the normal court system. Yeah, penuntem.
I see a fast tracking.
Tribunals. Send us a nippon one before. You get it right. Report about where we are phone. And I was one we are phone. In time you do was a mama. Now call.
Are you free?
Why free? Remember, yet to say political persecution, Conabra, a John, Conabra, ya changing judge, and I say, na Conabra. I said somewhere that this is the most sensible committee His Excellency have created to gather information or data, give the data to the Attorney General. The Attorney General should process it through investigation and adjudication. Then at the end of the day, we get the information, which is the results.
Okay.
And that is all. So I don't know why Ghanaians will be talking. Mu journalists so me catch them debi I say mu kan hu no manu nye journalists binumu. Yeah, let me put it that way. Mu kan hu no manu enye mu jina ha na mu akojina ha mu jina ha na akojina. What I agree with the critics and they say the Attorney General should come and give reasons why those cases were discontinued.
Exactly.
That I agree. That I agree. Say one sentence crowd the brabetro we no sentina because to say asema the Minister of Finance today any japa Attorney General eko kachiro bi say the asem na yendintia honorable 240 anyway there's something to actual who report the Attorney General yes sentina crowd it is in a bad taste and until ma discontinue asem. Look at settlement case asem no da ho asem no da ho look then we are see we ya fix bibia ya see aka toilet and show ni electricity and any ho today go and look at that structure adentina ye di e ho abrosa amanfo akotu toilet sinks toilet closets no and kitchen sinks ni we ni nyina windows ni o ma to dey akọ another debt upon debt. Na eti ho say asem no wo court ntinu yen jae dan no na enroti anasese 8 good years. Ghanaians, we must be serious not because NDC is in power but you could ask yourself say ya jae dan we segleme dan no 1500 units no sa 8 years se no dan no asay ya tutu cables ni bibia afre ho no enu mom na ye. So I agree. It is in the ambit of the Attorney General say obeba be catcher say obe ma but as the public are calling so obe tro bibi kakra say this is the reason why ma discontinue asem. I think it will help open case enunti kura na yasa ICZ agungo Sedu Agungo ni banking license. So why supply makoko board na wabua. Look at this thing. Nanka wenu here but some ma report no kra say compensation kra na say ntuama Agungo because state no and treating well. Some case wo the court ntinu wasinzimi banking license. Mindio manuka. How can this be? So we should look at these issues critically. Now if you send your omanu ye betumi atumpo amana ye oral has come to stay. Now say ye betumi their share constitution man na ewo ho afibia se NDC susu sorry a operation recover all loot
enye adwuma
ento asusa yemfa nhye constitution musa na ento as because ya Ghana too much and I'm sure the soil or the country called Ghana no obisa ne hu se eba musena onyankopo ayi sa nipa is on betina me so I am sure the country is asking itself because look at the water bodies, our cocoa production is falling, the forest is being destroyed, so you ask all these questions. I am sure Mother Ghana is crying onyankopo eba musen and awama Mr. Speaker, ni ashaba mwa betina me so omusem mi bibia. We need to reason up as a nation.
Thank you, Honorable. I'm grateful. But everybody lawyer say, "Bill, Honorable, so beja ya wako, right?"
Oh, David, never be free.
That's fine. That's fine. You better put 10 into the maybe side.
Honorable ntina.
Exactly. Lawyer say,
"You be that me na catch the eye of the speaker." Yo, let me begin by stating that in principle, I support every move to recover any loot of government property or money. I be the MPP ni bia ho. If we say ye chechire o man o, ye chechire political party. E your man ye chechire. It is obi eba aban mu na owia aban sika. Eze se ani ni di na ye gise sika no. Nanso so who say Honorable Kasano no akọ fair bibi bear we started so the clear about the clearing agent. You see, NDC omo short time omo ba aban mu no, the goodwill na omunya no, it is eroding at a faster rate, and I'll show you why. Alright, mobile ya na mo hyase
yeah,
say ye be ya de we ya fa President Mahama Krensi so na omo hyase eye ho adwuma. Enti na ke expect something better from you, but now NDC President John Dramani Mahama e de kenten e konsuo. Adenti na make us point e wo ora mu nyina ne say bibia obi afa abanja pade obi afa bia ne yenkonkoje. Ebi gina court a ye di omo asem a ye ni nwie se ye ge de omo afa afri aban ho osumu nyina mu nkofie. Reason ben na person de on famra ansa ne ehunu say de air kon nkoyie.
Kessben.
It is a dear wo dada na yetimi e de akokota amfie nwotwe na ka to na bru na awie no ujai na wo ba be chef fro ase de na asembe na person ne yeka no. Na you see honorable sa argument yi munya ye say akokot 8 years. Then tell us say obia so a ni case e wo court any criminal case happened for more than 8 years no munya omo please that argument munya cry say aden what now 8 years no went me anye reason when reason and also omunko free there are other people pending trial every 10 years and that's what court entiano yenya ne den yenya omana
a practical example opuni case say wonim the akoso nyina
yes
started from the high court the issue of your pejage or tiso your pejage or tiso
so
you be in the free you in free ho edidimu ama judge ne kra na things call retirement right
yes
ama afeidie ye kofa judge for by ade bia na akoso bia with proceedings no ya san be start bia afresh. I mean, how do we want to give confidence to the Ghanaian people say you're committed in fighting corruption when some of these tactics are used in the courtrooms to delay proceedings? I mean, Ghana for no air conviction to some of these major issues.
Good. What for opuni case? It imagine how no man near the analysis kakra. Opuni case yi kra de.
Kessben.
Eye aban no kwadu bofo. Wawie na sam ka. Ama judge ama opuni kwan so omie ni defense. Before uya bema kwa mo abi o defense no, ye free bibi prima facie evidence. Na court na tena say
kwadu aban de abɔ mu nyinaa no asɛmbisa bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ woyi ano enti ɔbɛma kwan am woyi ano sɛ aban sɛm ɔbɛka ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ hrodorada sɛm na tumi bia enim a ɛsɛ sɛ ɛma wo bɛyi wano a asɛmbisa bia anim a ɔbɛgya wo hɔ am wakɔ enti sɛ awie na asɛmbisa wɔ hɔ na onyi nano na wo say 8 years nti onko fie dia na dia asɛm na ɔka kyerɛ no it is good and it is beneficial to they themselves. So I am person they are innocent of every criminal charge leveled against them there. That's what we see to the very end of the case. Because they say, you know, a hang your muscle. You should be to say chachuchi kata. A bra, you did not same year. I didn't go to mu. You didn't go to mu no. Your man pardon a man ba out. But and what you know, or Sako said no, on yes, judgment na a buy in entum. Mr. Speaker, he was cleared. You see, so if you believe,
excuse me, Kafra, and your judgment, pardon.
No.
Pardon on Mampenyu Usi on judgment.
One tell them come say, am I a pardon the man about out? No. So judgment na didn't call you know.
Pardon.
David said
you are on the same page.
Judgment
communication in our
judgment I didn't call jail. And a pardon in a buy.
The pardon no say or contest.
And all contest ama what me a contest ama ni dia den. I cleared. Na se ofu so abayamba. Enti ti say opuni dey say o de court bi won enye ye because na aban no awie ni case. They are okay on the legal gymnastics. Yenim their course so it means there was I can safely say there was a plan and hatched agenda. See any case na say nyame ya dom ne ba ban mu a ye be withdraw. Because you could see every step of the way, every process biano omoko court of appeal. If you court of appeal near Supreme Court no could no asaba back. Yeah, my in criminal action so there because you prove beyond reasonable doubt and I say trying so a judge out no and ya asema mo kan nko na oti or hwa mo conduct any bibia it is a judge or tiasem so no usually so ofri so a ehun ko hia say the judge for ba ono so ko hye asem na se and this happened in this case and you know case na and lasted for the entire 8 years as you people want us to believe at a point in time it was truncated and then restarted. And your friend tried de novo. Yes, I ko echi. Ni asa kwa kuti asem ni mu biu. Enti se president kasi meja we ni mu nyina akọ na afa de ye nya foforo bi a ye ba be try there na esre. E de na chese de oba ya enti na okase ne ye nya intentem. Ye ne intentem ne justice we in the wheels no it grind slowly. As a what take decision na wo kasa na mati ori anase. Na se utie honorable Okujeto ebra all present report na nsema okan as if say ya chi akromfo it is a moja ne ntamu a ye benya 20 something billion but asema honorable kan kire say a facts keke no magada
exactly but that is how the operation yes the modus operandi of the committee that is how all this
so they all gather that is correct I'm just saying
hand you over to attorney general
meba the obi aka kire wo we si any agada meboa
exactly
and you should remember say the other party now so agada bibia free no he has to be heard
exactly the point
remember tobo enti no mayen tutu sa mampa america no and created the impression say wrongdoings bi ayede akoso and am kan initially say bibia be koso bia eye krono de me mitia ya nhwehwem engongosi ase na mum ekwan amoma fa so aboye no that is where the problem is enti say me ma typical example vetting as asime kosi between Afenyomakins and honorable Jeto Ablakwa oka say why investigations afa honorable Afenyomakins so na nensa se kro wo ewe futu no eye government land those were the facts a unyaye eti enya response a Afenyomakins se ba ya me ye sure say Afenyomakins properties nyina no enka loot ya ye kwa hwe nkeka ho
how will you even know say still a car
no man nya free so ma explain na minim say ka ho a you see the property no okoye search ni bibia a vested land eno na ebiti omo if na me I've been a surveyor for over 20 years so I know what I'm saying if it is vested land okoye search na ebe government din be den ebe baso because the land is vested in government. Na okujeto kasoka cantonment properties. Yenim cantonment properties. Say I disagree with that.
Now see for mama.
Mate. Cantonment properties as a valuer I know say an acre of land that was cantonment no over around 3.5 to $4 million. But from Rollins pencil ministers SRCF cantonment properties no obi ani wa watia the reasonable price that.
Okay.
Which is a very bad practice as a yetwam. It's there 4 million no obi atia e 200,000 and yakofa. But let us not forget say or go through the right procedure and or the kokofa.
Very well.
It is or go through right procedure the kokofa. Now your calculations in us is getting 2 billion na okojino hin.
Medasi lawyer Sebe, a member of the NPP. 23 minutes after 9. I report Bem Kakraba Mena Yemra the rebuttals. Now quick one before I no. I think message via me ready wa ha create controversy e wa bonten. But to put it on record, yeni yenka wa ha say BEC student and people no 8 to 500 cedis. A texter message and me kan ye was say in some schools no parents are made to pay 550 cedis for BEC registration. And yeni yenka in fact one for details of the school so it is not part of your topic discussing until the confusion out there no is not from us. We have not alleged on that until my main clarify honum na report yen to your topic cry discussing class and
yes Kwame UN for me at say $2.6 trillion and we are seeing na elusu through corruption. Na ye chefa Ghana ye chefa e was sika enunu ekonina no eye $3.5 billion. Sorry, $3 billion. Now o convert ya eba Ghana skema eye $13.5 billion.
Ghana cedis. And a shraj boss amiatia say it take 20% of our budget in every year annually. It is a Kwame or banner say ye be ya deal beer a best scare people from looting this country. Kwame me pay. Today on say orano it is not chasing kofua oba loot this country but say odi utumi ni unim die ene akoja bi a wanya u privileges bi ede sisi obi and also can be because I have seen videos and kofu ankasa e de complaints e kwa ye ji o mon sase Kwame ye ji nkofo sase terrorizing people abra obi asi ne da kwa wie no Kwame yetimi bugu e ji na sase ne fa etiso ora ba Kwame ye obi enu ono ma otia ora the aura the presence of aura Kwame it can scare people from looting this country. It can make corruption unattractive to people. So the presence of aura and the hype of aura, no, it is even scary than the office of the special prosecutor. Kwame, it is a fact. But you see, mass discontinuation of cases here, Kwame, whether we like it or not, it
sends a bad signal.
Bad signal. Whether you are NDC or NPP. Let your subconscious cleanse your consciousness. Do you realize that the mass discontinuation of criminal cases Attorney General, it has taken something out of the aura. It has taken the shine from the aura. It has taken the scary aspect of aura. And my aura look more political. As it's like a politics. Ye begun kophobia di muase. Sa no mama ade na kwakoluku. But I don't blame them. I'll tell you why. 2002 Orata Chuchikata Echo Court say the fast track high court is unconstitutional. You remember? Before the Beko court, no Victor Solomon, you're jailing with a fast track high court. Kwame Pepra, you're jailing Dana Bodape. You understand?
Yeah.
Jelly Tatuchi Kata with the fast track high court. The Tatuchi Kata, who is a renowned legally in this continent, went to court, say the fast track high court is unconstitutional, and you won the case by 5-4 judgment. Kwame. And yeah, look at the days and the months you did Mr. Kwame Appiah. Not even up to 14 months. Some of them are 18 months. A year, 6 months. They were judged. They say fast track high court. You say unconstitutional. Understood. But Kwame, a time. Number 2, a criminal case can travel to 7 years. I don't get it. If you don't have the fast track high court to fast track cases, an attorney general, your friend say sleep with a criminal case for 8 years, 8 years, 6 years, 5 years. Now then that's what back and forth.
The wheels of justice grind.
Yes, yeah, a Johnny case now. Ting. Kwame, me say me catch a Ghana for the muntie. She honorable Yusuf Brofubi na menye lawyer. Me pocket lawyer, street lawyer.
Emponier.
Mona mo akọ school amunum law no. Me say we ya akora na wutie mi a na wudi politics echi a. So hu yie. Eno ma na ekọ no kwa menye kwa. The NPP and NDC, they are in the same bed. The mass discontinuation of the criminal cases there cost NPP nim who be NDC nim who be na catch Kwame. Obi obeka me say na do dan kwakufuado the government no wo nim wo nya aware of what is happening. Kwame nya ne kura da me na catch you. They are aware.
That 2016 the one day Woyomi campaign as Woyomi.
Yes.
Woyomi assemble.
Then ya koyi the criminal aspect of the Woyomi case. There was a clear shot criminal the first element of criminality in the Woyomi's case. Ni akoyi the film. Sha akwesi oseji. Honorable akwesi oseji. Former MP Ejoso and a former Foreign Affairs Minister. The rice issue now. It take it 3 years in court as a 4 years. Kwame, and no opponent and what is the difference? Ora Samuel Boating, one and a wife, Zulika. You charge you 6 count charges. So I'm defrauded this country. 2009, the matter killed, they were exonerated in 2014. Kwame, Bisahu say, a year day, and now, Psychiatrists need to be travel for 6 years at the court. Ayede. Masa, womu di boni ni na good parliament. Omana for the good parliament. Ato forcing and say jatai afeno making. They eat together, they dine together. Just to ask yourself, say, as someone bana dachi afenoma keneye attorney general. Never ato force one. Look at how you will micromanage the whole thing. Kwame, me say, we are Ghana ni akora na ye call draw back to say me no wachi ni bia. So ukasa mu ye yo me say kwa ye careful. Mama ka say me draw. No problem. Mama ka say me draw. Ora over swamp of.
Yeah.
Ni case no. Audio ni Bible to obi ani. Call draw baby and the jail. But no problem. Charge ben ya debo for swamp of. You say he's inciting violence, meboa. Inciting violence. As somebody bad bay. Ebe year 2019. As 2019. 2019. After ya case ni meboa. Okay, listen to me. A branch be a friend of Mohammed Ibrahim. Also to branch of National Democratic Congress. The deep pie friend Kanewu. What the Kanewu leader? What can I say? Ebeka 1 month ami akoto abara say 3 weeks ami akoto abara. And a branch any ko yo video bi say wa be fa ballot box wa be ye hwan ye. You see it's inciting violence near jail in 10 years. 10 months are you my 1 month to the election. You were jailed before the election. Called you back on Kahubi. One Kahu and you know, I you say so much is Sika samba bad yes the abeka brofo legalities and technicalities play bargaining, but somebody the same problem no play bargaining. Yes, see, there's an element of criminality in it. Why inflated figure no what bagana chrono ya call you the criminal aspect in the free ama yes play bargaining on Jessica no Kwame Abu Gapele President Mahama Shamie Jelly Abu Gapele, which I adopt my heart for President Mahama all the time because they be a fighting corruption. What the President Mahama compared and that do down Mahama was on top because on one crop for no Kwame he was able to jail them. It is a clear fact. Abu Gapele was jailed by President Mahama. Now do down Kufuado, every man a pardon. You're jailing is 6 years, 2 years, and you're pardon. You say you're to Rich Hospital. 18 upon with dinner, and your man a presidential pardon. 3 days Okodu Chrome or the up in top and one bono coco sesama bat and you one bono coco sesama ba small boy be watch prisons watch I watch it on television UTV small boy be down Kumasi prisons was spending a 6 years our jail nani fra your money bill almost said that we are called to about this is a cartel cartel MPP ni NDC they are on the same bed. Madam Fournier, ya beya asam no kokwasa no we ba be cancer na ya de ko. Etu so hu ye. So when you connected to so no bo asama ya. So hu ye. What you connected to some men and not from Poziga. Now you connected that. Be very careful. Never sure kasa and only you ye.
Now you call job. But you see a quick one, you see. A quick one with Nadia, you see. Chief Zigadi, in fact, fire not nothing. But it is possible, make one case or they buy a sotium incident. Yeah. What was the plea of the accused person? You had no court, you had video actually say, one now can't same way. Would you for now dibim? So oko jitum se wudi for a why the judgment here dey amount. So it's just a point I want to bring in the discussion.
Well, for example, jitu say the voice.
There be Dr. Tape up and down. I don't know if so jitu mu dia. Jitu mu dia.
Jitu mu ba say a doctor.
Eti honom na I hear say wakoka say midi for ba me wasem kan. Nti asem na wo ka no e say try asem.
Baba bia say chese twitwaje no. Because we are this or your branch executive member. We should not it's honorable to you where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
or your branch executive member. And what to protect National Democratic Congress. And the party should have known that
I get it.
This guy is from us.
I get
and yanko ka bibi shana no no nko kase ebia bi nifo. Na kianya ti se de ayimu die.
Na kampanyifo enkodi na chief but do oye kodwo be.
Sa oye kodwo be.
I was wrap up for that here sorry.
Can you say the oral is good. The problem we have in this country and say how to manage complexities. We share a dear ya boni na under Mahama Edio Masim Kokota. You see that 90 or 99% in administration say doing your work, problems that emanated. We must all be ready to listen to that. Na because because ochina you may also occupy that. But say ye di wasem because of administrative lapse.
Yeah.
Abaya otia kunjaso no. Obo brati say onimenu no but pese untie ne wuka. It becomes political persecution. Take Atufo case in this, for example. Blue Sea and dear. Almost okay, say some no to say crano and then move family never na minfa musikano and famamu. Why didn't the government agree? Niamo mudiaba amama be si temahabo susu in container those parts susu no. Ewo Ghana no abaya mbambe kachre. We shouldn't be governing like that. We shouldn't do so. Adentin ambaya kachre say, oh, parts of the ambulances no aba Now, your empty containers, so you know containers can be tracked to everywhere.
Yeah.
Your empty container, no. This is the case in point I can want them. Intimo MPP for no, you are not going to scare anybody. Because you must rule this country with all fairness and open information, say. And nothing I'm here can they say. Say, as some no be draggy for 8 years, no, and now 4 years, no. You should go to tribunal, like fast track high court. And nothing I'm missing your penuntem, and you say, I say,
no. The minority has an issue with it. I mean,
no, they can have, the minority can have their say, but we have a country to govern. And if we have to govern for this country to be, say the disciplinary steps at the bar, as I say, both sides, we don't have to listen to them. It is in their time that we have these problems. In the Nipa, what na konyasu, I abo brase, wauti cathedral somewhere 58 million koswa. Na yede. Then we leave it. A car as hadaho. We should leave it. And maybe they may forget. As someone ever say, no, it is not only administrative, but I shall say $11.9 million. You first say you could sit down or palugu. We should look at the value for money. Say, Anna, is it commensurate to that money? And that case must be dealt with fast. It shouldn't be 4 years. It must be quick. And we need tribunal like fast track high court to deal with issues like that. Oh man, that's right. Do you know what it means? Who a criminal case continue for 8 years. You can't travel, you can't plan your life, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't want that. So it must continue and continue very fast. Obiti say Addison. You used 2 years to print 77 billion mananado. Meanwhile, we had a budget in these years. One found the factor and share her. Na sasikanu unimi ewometrim say ewo baby as say yenji na ye Jesus so anya 8 years and now 4 years. Ye jinun time.
Very well.
Na ye famra.
Oh, mama now was a lawyer just
man that was mama landi.
Me rapia me time that.
Entino ne meka kire NDC for ni say near MPP 4 year ni nyina no. They can't scare us. We will also tell them that we have a nation to govern. They can say, but what I agree with MPP and all the colleagues, Attorney General, who their trust statement, Enfambra, that's all. Aside that, MPP people should be quiet.
Very well. Lawyer Sebe, mami until on your wrap up.
No, I was Attorney General. Oh dear, oh dear, Chikasa, oh dear, Nafabra, Nabia, Apizi omo, Niankoye.
No. If you are say a trust, so be kind. You read.
No.
Yes, that is what I mean.
Honorable, what's na parliament that? When him say your committees be brave, back on more friend no, and check it, Bibia.
Voice is Chairman Samuel.
I'm a Quintano. I bono chronics.
Now, Chairman's our parliament now will find a fancy. I got that funny.
What you can say, I am there. Or say, so the value should be commensurate with the work. But it do saglemedian, the one cast abro for no. Oh, honorable.
There be Mudia Coco. What are you want to tell me? Do you want to tell me that you are so incompetent for 8 good years?
Honorable.
Nanga Mudia Coco fast track high court. Now you will be the anthem.
Honorable, what tax is really
and yes, that is so. I'm telling you what is on the table.
Just a minute or two. Yeah, me can say.
I'm grateful for your time. Lawyer Sebe, a member of the new Patriotic Party, the Honorable Daniel Kwesi Ashaba, former member of Parliament for Boehm constituency in African Poziga. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen. I'm grateful so much to you for joining us. I'm sure that's a 40 after 9. Me baby didn't come more every Bayport Savings and Loans. Now, I don't pay many manager. You ma Edding come more manager morning and pump to say.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Pacho so e.
Radiadom, me so be ho ye pa. You are looking sharp and okay.
Oh, me da say. Wa na oye me icon e ja me sinsia on kaka.
Oh boy. Mani ya boy. Oh boy. Na ejuba mo to say.
Nyame adom be pot boko. Nyame busu krekra nkakra nti. Ekoyi.
Yeah, that trade ampo so krekra ye nyina. Mami ntie wa no pa ye ni nkomo fixed deposit no. Ye nim sem fa so bebre na no ana ede eba. But obi wo ha won team mu asem da. Adope ba me ma wakwanya no na ye nchem na Ghana fo nyina anti ase.
Yo, medase Mr. Speaker, me fasa akwanya so echia Kessben etiefo ne ahwefo nyina na mafe no yesi afefu from nkakra January ko yesi February mu bebre na no mo obotai a ewo mo ani so se afewe no omo besie sika na omo de sika esia omo benya mfaso bebre nti no Bayport wo ho se ebeboa safo ni nyina na Bayport financial institution a started ejuma wa Ghana ha over 20 years now. Now we belong to a brand 19 countries across the world. Now dodo na nim say Bayport ashare no say we government workers nkwa na oba ho a obetumi enya loan. Apart from loans no mo nim say obi fufuro ka ho. And then your person mo hunu say apart from loans to government workers no ye wo fixed deposit product a no opese odi sika sie na wonya mfaso bebre ewo ho a Bayport is the best place you have to go. Na fixed deposit dien say odi sika esie ewo Bayport either 3 months 6 months and 1 year obotai nyina ne say obenya mfaso ewo so na Bayport fixed deposit efo ukra 5,000 cedis obetumi ahyase emfaso a obenya ni bi se ye interest no ekonenim kama pa na obi tie me na ho odin bedru 5,000 50 million na or the 2 Bayport for 1 year obenya 1,350 cedis 1,350 cedis or the 2 of afia eno ne mfaso a obenya ka ni sika 5,000 ho nti afa ne beso na ni sika na ye 6,350 cedis. Afa nso obi say na misika ye 20,000. Me pese me de 2 Bayport 6 months menya sen 1 year menya sen. O de 2 Bayport for 6 months 20,000 na obenya 2,592. Say o ye no for 1 year nso a 20,000 no obenya 5,400. Obi say me misika no manager misika no 50,000. Eno menya sen me yen 6 months menya sen me yen 1 year so menya sen ukra 50,000 now the 2 Bayport 6 months ubenya 6,482 cedis I me say 6,482 cedis o yen for 1 year 50,000 for 1 year ubenya 13,500 we nyentro company we a company licensed and regulated by Bank of Ghana. Ansa na mewie no meguso amede me nama na etudwa enti no obi pese ohunu se misika no ye 30,000 amenya 100,000 menya 1 million menya 100 numbers ni frɛ na bo usika no ye nkyerɛ onfaso a obenya na afei wo Ghana card bibia wo bia Ghana ye 56 branches na ye mboa wo na enjoy these benefits you are making. Your numbers ni
0245
15 32 83 and 026 300 79 22 entino obi bebisa se enti se meye na misika no bre so a me ne sen den ne besi oba investment mu a ye wo top up ye wo roll over and ye redemption usika na so na bre na so nti opese uhia usika nti yen yi wa de ma wo a akwenya wo ho saa eno na ye friend redemption no eso na wenya kakra bi obabi nti obepese wo de beka ho so a eno nso eno ye friend top up akwenya wo ho saa eso na opese ye de sika nfa so na wenya no ka usika dada no ho na ye san ye no either 3 months 6 months and 1 year ma wo nso a eno nso akwenya wo ho saa mi wie no obi bisa se na ono wakoye bi pen ama ni sika akokem ni sika akɔhye pen eno saa no ndi ama edusuru aba ndi eno nso obeye ne sen den na kyerɛ sɛ odi sika betu Bayport Bayport emfa sika ni ndwane Bayport is licensed and regulated by Bank of Ghana. Afei so yemfa yesika no nkobo aban bia bosia, we do not invest in government bonds and securities. Sika obetumi dia ye Bayport fixed deposit no 5,000 cedis. Na usika no ebe wo ma kra no hu nyina ebedwiru. Ghana me can say you 56 branches. Enti baby a wo bia no distance is not a barrier. O friend say wo ma no ne say wo hen baby a wo bia no, once you have a Ghana card and you have the money to do the investment, we can help you sign on. And your numbers ni bium 0245 15 32 83 and now says 026 300 79 22 and to Bayport you can be porter yenchia and say your future now and to that na wo hwe nim say ebeko yie no ehho anamo a wutu ninda ene de hen enti ebi ni say wo di sika be hye bebi a ebe wo ama wa hochie bremu no okwa onsa betumi aka oyenso na breso a 20 within 24 hours usika no onsa beka a charges bia enim enintine ye campo eye Bayport fixed deposit na ma say oya sorry say oye dwumakuo say oye credit union fund managers and individuals unions welfare old school unions ni ade nyina no, once you have a minimum na ye 5,000 e kone de o qualify. Until your numbers no 0245 15 32 83 and I say 026 300 79 22. Yes, until Mr. Speaker, yeah, that's be brain. So
very well. Manager, I don't pay me that.
Kaka mi ampo kwa mwasi anansio. Odom se sreku si anansi munom fwe. Kaka mi ampo kwa mwasi anansio. Mitro kaka mi o minro kaka mi o.
I'm Shabba now was 49 after 9. This is Kessben 92.9. And I'll pay a fee to join here. Thank you so much for your time. But Mamenda manager yima ase na mena wonso awuti ye no ase anope mamembra biem esanse House of More ewo niema papi na no emaye na womo eye a research entity a womo no debia pacho womo ye research na based on the research no na womo developing medicines eye purely natural and then herbal na etimi aboaye the mampon research into plant medicine ahwe omo dwumadi a womo di ye pa ana ene womo edi omo ho adanse Food and Drugs Authority so womo dwumadi omo di no womo ahwe mu ahu se papa enti yebo ho dero na ye kanfo ma wa eyeye adopai ba memma oba ahema ache na memma no akwaba no ho fe ye ba be ente say
you now swear
erade adok men so be ho ye pa na dey ntia wo sere sai
oh nyamia ma yenkwa yeda sotiase yehu another day and it is beautiful, so we have to thank God. I was here then nyamiase because in the obini ho
very well elakedi ampase
amen
ma yenim komo enfree eye House of More na yenim se enema papa pi na no anamowo adope mamintio na yento aso.
Okay, medasi bebre medin kaechia etiefo ina ni ahwefo amoshe ina medin de Presla More na mene House of More na eye ejuma. Formally ninkofo bebre nim say na ye Origo Dreams.
Okay.
Yes, in a House of More a sister company of Origo Dreams. The same products in na ye the yedi hu adansie na ye sanso ye ewo Origo and a change of management abanti the CCA bibia be House of More. Into the same product na House of More there and say ye the obo dia haban and I said that the year in row a man boa amount for. And we are actually in collaboration with our sister company, which is Origo International. A war on man, I be in Dubai. Na to say they will come sa pepe research. Research na problems amount for with different places no. Ni ahwe ahaban wo ho ye betumi dia ye dura ebeboa enkonfom wo sample terminal. Enti no ye ba Ghana no ene ehun se sebe ya we bebre den e wo ha no senti research team net na no mu se no e wo se omu ye bibi fa ho. eno munim sa haba ye twa ye ho ahia wo Ghana nko ade ye betumi aye ndura ebeboa amanfo enti no sisi an product e wodwa so a ye bo ho de ro no ye friend Live Life into Live Life. Yeah, that's the brand name.
Okay.
Into Live Life, into your Live Life syrup. Ebikra waha ekutame. Your Live Life syrup waha num say.
Okay.
Your Live Life herbal mixture. And your Live Life skin oil. Your Live Life skin moisturizer cream. And also waha. And your Live Life massage oil. And your Live Life stretch mark and scar remover cream. Nina herbal. And I may shall see a free Live Life syrup. Into Live Life syrup no ye de a war any a habine any a shada dear friend ye dear ye. Obi baby some say Live Life syrup a yeding dear ye say a boosty immune system. A improve blood circulation. And I think so enhance sexual performance between male and female.
Okay.
And to say, oh yeah, Berman as a woody na sebe or erectile dysfunction. This particular product is here to repair the problem for you. The medicine say enye aphrodisiac there be enye say ope say we using any many na there be. What the repair system no and to know product awakoto tisa aphrodisiac wanoma ama problem. Way about the correct sa problem ni na edi amount and no ni Live Life syrup and no se bema biso ha se bi oni healthy sperms bro potoka se maka se ebioshiti blanks and since we benya Live Life syrup na it's actually going to give you healthy sperms help you to produce healthy sperms as a man and our face no se de mekana se utedia no problem wo ho a epagya ni mu na sas eda hwa ubenya Live Life syrup na a class issue ni na fi wo de amount ye the nutrients bebregum na se aduane a ye di ni se de nya nutrients bebre e wo msa enti magnesium zinc calcium bibia e de aguem se ne be ya ebebie capillaries ni mu na mojetumi edi efosane ye na etumi ama wonsu egina brand se obema ana se oba emanu so no se uyo bia wo low libido sabe ho kapfo oba onchen ya wonkwa na wote wonte edabia da e wo se obenya Live Life syrup ebeboa opa na siesie wo se oba na ma wogina brane oba bi wo hormonal imbalance into no nam ho na no ni system na sa touch makakra ni na aduane a yedi ni environment and your lifestyle and akofa we na de aba e the nutrients egusa edro we mu eba beboa no wogina brane se oba sabe wa himfie ho no mu na ho ye too dry you need it to be lubricated was say sebe ahimfie ho no nsuo kakra ba ho na ohene ne ba ho bibia be kototin enti no benya Live Life syrup na etumi esiesie we de ne se oba ana se bema and I see it was why you will Live Life herbal mixture Live Life herbal mixture ni Live Life syrup no so nko ba ko penedem ba edi juma ba ko pe
okay
enti no anu se boost immune system improve blood circulation and I think so e boost liver na ba ko pe and I was say it's supposed to be healthy. If it's not healthier, sabi nkofo bebre nam ho a omo liver issues. So liver no mbustia nature say oye bibia no abre you feel tired all the time. They be our stress, fatigue. Nature say there is a weakness e wo liver no mun say we say boosti liver no. Into we Live Life herbal mixture. The ama Live Life herbal mixture e yesonko and are different from syrup and say we no sexual content be in into no say we a student how bet
no enhance bibia
enhance bibia into no we a student how bet me anum on worry na on pen ho asem bia on so bet me anum Live Life herbal mixture na we gina brane anti sana Live Life herbal mixture so e etie and our face no metwa so na me call Live Life
Kessben.
Stretch mark no Live Life massage oil. Okay. Let me take the massage oil. So Live Life massage oil. Obia ya stress do. Obia ya shi. Ejuma bia we bia obebre at a point. So we in century ni obetina se de bia na kon ya oya. We ejuma on market obetina se na omu ya oya. We chire ni driver ni ejuma bia ye bia at a point obe stress. Obi won so to mean that me recommend Live Life massage oil the amount. Dey and say we obia na say wo joint pains. Dey bia why stress. You are always tense.
Wa bre
ubenya oil kakra we na wo dia sra Wobeda papa. Ebe release stress and tension. The entire yes ejuma ne say if be boswella sacra. And I say frankincense. No na aya omo Roman ne Anglican omo tashi omo pun asori dem no na say ama wusie aba no. Eno ne ye friend no frankincense. So frankincense na antioxidant contain some antioxidants bi a release stress and tension. Inti ano na ya crash any cold press any nya oil way any there leaf life massage oil say o the strap en kan the strap wa dwen ho left right Emma would ye pa a relieve stress no tension no body ni na why you okay it's an only leaf life massage oil any your leaf life skin oil obi wo ha or skin inflammatory reaction skin infection obi wo ho no mo eczema rashes eguno skin problem nkwade leaf life skin oil will clear that problem for you. And now we say we use it. Abema honam na toso. It protects your skin from UV rays from the sun. And our face, it protects your skin from any other environmental reaction. Be a ubenya. Into the leaf life skin oil there. Ebuapa akola use openi use. Ya woni nkunsu ho. Eno ni afeni leaf life skin moisturizer cream. Ya shada the shea butter. Eni ahaba na afra ya shada dia ye. Into no so no ebe rejuvenate your skin no. Na ma honam toso.
Is that the audience na?
Sa pepe we like that. And the chat we leaf life stretch mark and scar remover cream. Nyame adom de bia me de obanyin sen am say o de nation and e be wiase. And your da oyem no me fa ni nation. Enti no ebi mu ho na so mo fe fura na so mo wa na stretch mark abegu mu afuso. Obi so ho no mo e bia akotonku bi na apono and ama stretch mark aba and I say ama na honam na ye uneven onya leaf life stretch mark and scar removal bi so won krocha e won body no ho person paper onya leaf life stretch mark and scar removal cream e be paper no stretch mark ne scar ni na
kutwa na e wo ho na nyina
na wasensenya ne confidence back. So that is what leaf life stretch mark and scar remover cream no into the when leaf life products yewo
into leaf life products egumu ahodo bebre obia wona chefa wo ye pene dodo mu ato a ehemfa na ye benya bi ato na ye kohenso
nyame adom ya to apeti yankasa de office wo Achimota Akweteman Junction ho na ye office wo na se wo pe bi ato a na se wo tema na de wani akire Tema Community 5 Little George Pharmacy ubenye bi wo ho ubenye bi wo Top Up Pharmacy ubenye bi wo Ekus Pharmacy de wo main market ho no ubenye bi wo Nana Boache Herbal ubenye bi wo ho no mo na oba e kan say Kumasi so ye rep wo ho no mo say me de number ni tudwa na wo fra ye betumi ene rep no edi nkomo na wa ma wo edro ni bi Techiman ye wo Techiman rep wo ho Cape Coast ubenye bi wo Cape Coast Pharmacy Vital Care Pharmacy ye wo Cape Coast Blue Cross Pharmacy Cape Coast and a Copia Pharmacy wo Cape Coast and so be na chufu praso de nyame bo she herba ubenye bi wo hono mo ubenye bi wo SK Amwakwa Pharmacy Anklato Drugstore ubenye bi wo Uncle Moro Drugstore Praso Pharmacy de ne Masters Flats ne din hwenim no Ma Gloria so Praso Rains ni mo oni public toilet ne din hwenim pair ono so e won draw we bi na wo ho abetumi ato na wotumi aide e use na wagina brane and afesin so person ni wo asin bi se bi na so person utu na ho so ton a obetumi afre 059 68 99 608 68 99 608 sa pepe.
Okay. And open my men now I say House of More. Bebre na ba beka ho, right?
Yeah, amen.
I love the name House of More.
Thank you.
And we shall product be about number no should be
059
68 99 608 059 68 99 608
Sapa Pepe.
All right. Medasi.
Mr. Medasi.
Right. Now cheer House of More for you now, mommy.
Thank
you so much for your time. It's 2 after 10. Fetch me. Kwame Appiah Kubi. Thank you so much for your time. Sejo Eba, one email production team, Nina, no, and the good year, Munseme, Dom Yani or China, Wednesday. We'll be back again to serve you and to serve the nation. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Good morning. We're out.
Waduma kuma body bo nipa bata nipa ho obia da na nyonko ensu na yirasio obia woni duma odidi bo ahoman wokwo na ni kosi na fro wa yugu ni chechere ne ma obia na ni koso ni ja obrechi ni kukodu fo eja wo mu anku ni maba aguna na na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french mo obia na no awobo ajo